Hey patrons, welcome into the astrology tarot reading for Virgo, Libra, cusp energies. I thank you guys so much for tuning into this message, for being here and supporting me and the channel and our community here. I love you all so very much, and let's get into it. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and my patrons and the Virgo, Libra, cusp energies tuning in. What guidance do you have for them for what's happening here in the cosmos for February 2025? What's going on that they need to be most importantly made aware of? Thank you. What's going on in the cosmos? Libra energy. All right, so there you are. Consideration, fairness, and harmony is going on, as well as Jupiter. Somebody or the cosmos or source, your ancestors, angels, are taking into consideration how much you have grown and expanded. Your growth and expansion is being taken into consideration within some sort of karmic cycle you might be a part of. Or maybe the lesson was to grow and expand and you've passed that test. All right, now Uranus radically changed. Yeah, you've made some sort of radical change here, Virgo, Libra. With the yin energy, earth and water, so Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Rather than fight the lesson, you received it. You learned from it. You embraced it. You saw the signs pointing to you having to go through some sort of growth and expansion cycle. And now you're receiving some sort of reward, some sort of like good fortune, good luck from Jupiter here because of the radical changes that you initiated in your life. Congratulations here, Virgo, Libra. This feels big. Because it's almost like Spirit's like, well, in all fairness, Virgo, Libra did learn. They did grow. You know, so maybe there was a bit of a misstep here, Virgo, Libra, but you honored it. You allowed it. Yeah, you allowed it to teach you something rather than continue in the pattern. Five of Wands with the Ace of Swords, the Three of Cups, Strength, and the King of Wands with the Empress at the bottom. Yeah. You saw it as a challenge to discover some deeper truth. And for that, you're being celebrated. Because you were vulnerable enough, courageous enough to almost want to say with the King of Wands, like, know that you're not bigger than the energy. It's almost like there's this reverence for spirit that you are really developing or growing and expanding. That's what's growing and expanding, to where you're now finding yourself or being put in situations as like an example. We talk about that a lot here in our soul tribe. A lot of us walk that path of having to be the example of balance, or of the light and the dark, kind of finding that yin and yang. Same thing as balance, I guess, but in a way, just like having to be that beacon of what would be the highest vibrational thing to do. And we don't always make it, right? We sometimes fall short. But I feel in the energy here for you, Virgo, Libra, that you have taken the high road. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot in this astrology energy, because I feel like those of us who have been taking the high road for a very long time, it's like the last shall be first and the first shall be last, kind of a thing. Okay, so where it's felt like, man, I can't keep my head above water, waves keep crashing down, but the fact that you've held out some sort of faith here, yeah, that's what grew. That's what grew, your faith. You radically changed your faith, because that's one thing the King of Wands, ultimately, because fire is spiritual energy, what they're here to master, their faith in their ability to overcome is so immense. Sagittarius energy purely, so Jupiter showing up here twice in your energy. or as your influence and support right now. It's like, that's what makes them the lion. That's what makes them the fire. That's what makes them often the leader, because they're bold enough to seek the victory rather than allow the circumstance to tell them that the odds aren't in their favor. They bet on themselves. And 9 times out of 10, they right. And I feel like this is a moment where you're right. Like, you can look back at something here, Virgo, Libra, and say, no, I made the right choice. I did the right thing, even though it was hard, even though it might have been difficult. It might have hurt to see people even, I don't know, so I guess this is dealing with people, to see the people who hurt you kind of go up a little. It's like, dang, a little. You know, I don't know. There's something about that where whatever you took the high road from, it might have looked like the other energies involved were up. But it's like you get the last hurrah, you get the last cheers, you get the last firework, you get the last say, the last celebration. So it's almost like time has told. You know how they say time will tell? Well, time is telling. Time is telling right now. Okay, so good for you for trusting your intuition. I feel like you are learning how to master that. Continue to do whatever work you're doing in connecting with your yin energy. Okay. So tell me more about Libra and consideration, fairness, and harmony, growth, expansion, and this radical change. Why is Libra so important here? You might have been the fairness. Thank you, Spirit. Because I just heard it's you. It's Virgo, Libra, Hermit. Right. You were the fairness. Your decision to hermit, take the high road, the road less traveled. That is what the hermit does. Not a lot of people living up in the mountains. You know what I mean? The road less traveled. You took that. And that ended up being the harmony, the fairness, the consideration, the scale. So yet again, here you are acting as a form of justice. Hopefully you're getting used to it, Virgo, Libras. Okay? And you know why? It's because that Virgo energy gives you that extra oomph of integrity. That's one thing about Virgos. They often, of evolved Virgos, I'll say, evolved Virgos often pride themselves on integrity. So wherever maybe Virgo is even in your chart, if you are a bloom or bouquet watching, you know, it's the fact that you hold a sense of integrity in that area that is gifting you this growth and expansion. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, despite the 10 swords in your back, you still went hermit. You still decided to learn something, the Hanged One. You let the situational karma teach you something rather than ignore it. It's like, yeah, you humbled yourself enough to say, okay, maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I misstepped. Even though the 10 swords were in your back, like, that's, a lot of people wouldn't do that. I'll tell you that. 5 of swords, right? A lot of people wouldn't do that. And it's almost like there could have been so many other things you maybe wanted to do. Ace of Cups. Wanted to say. I think by the 5th sword, you knew what this was. I don't think you knew there would be 5 more swords after that 5th one, but I think by the 5th sword of whatever that is, that betrayal, words spoken against you, energies, thought forms sent to work against you, whatever that is. Yeah, coming to a close and an end, the world, Saturn. Okay. Sorry, I gotta keep checking to make sure now that that camera's not crooked. You closed out a cycle on your own. For some of y'all, you didn't even need nobody. Some of you could listen to Mac Miller or enjoy his music. Rest in peace, Mac. 7 of Cups. Yeah, I just heard that. Jet fuel. The song Jet Fuel, Seven of Cups. So that's what I mean. I think while this was all happening, you maybe even have some sort of bittersweet. Okay, thank you, Spirit. It's like by the time the world showed up, by the time Saturn came to collect, by the time it was like, all right, what's the lesson? Repeat it back to me. It's kind of what Saturn does. Saturn's like the ultimate teacher. So think of like the sternest, but like the teachers that love you so much, but they push you and they challenge you. That's Saturn. So repeat me back what you know, and you're like, I don't really know, because by the fifth swords, I kind of lost my way a little bit. I couldn't really understand it, but I think Saturn's going to tell you why. You're going to get the reasons why something happened the way it did here, Virgo, Libra. Knight of Wands. And you're going to understand how deeply your intuition was guiding you when you didn't even know it. Ooh, yes. So you're way more tethered into your intuition than you even give yourself credit for, my love. That's what Spirit wants you to integrate right now, the Hanged One. That's what Spirit's trying to get you to see. You're more connected. And some of you, there's this like energy of you not being a good person. I don't know where that's coming from, love. The Five of Cups, yeah. Like you being really harsh on yourself. Somebody has maybe convinced you that you're not a good person in some way. I don't know where that's like coming in really strong. Like you don't deserve to connect with the divine like that. Or you're so far. No, you're not that far. Because mind you, there's really truly no running away from God. There's no running away from the universe. It's too powerful. It's too all-inclusive in this experience. What we run away from is ourselves. Us. Our existence. And so we weave in and out of that, right? And I think this is a moment where you're having that awakening of just how much the divine really shows up for you and guides you even when you think you're far from it. And I think what's hard about your energy, cusp, is the fact that there's so much beauty to the process of getting to know you, connecting with you. Yeah, it's like there's so much love, because that Libra, that Venetian energy, balance and harmony and considerate, you're so sweet, so kind, thoughtful, that when you inevitably become that scale and have your spirit guide you to act in a way of balance, the results of that balance sometimes is heartbreaking. It hurts. You realize like, oh, this was a lesson. And it's like some of these situations, I feel, because it could be more than one Virgo Libra for you, you didn't want it to be a lesson. You wanted it to be balanced. You wanted it to be fair. You wanted it to be love. You wanted it to be genuine. But I think you are making peace with what hasn't happened, what didn't happen, where you're at. And I think you're going to see all the good that's going to come of that here really soon. Two of Wands, yeah. It's kind of like the world's your oyster now. Like, what do you want? Queen of Wands, it's yours to create. What's radically changing here with Uranus? The Eight of Wands. You could have a lot of, I was just about to say, you could have a lot of intrusive thoughts, or kind of like thought forms being sent to you, people trying to bend your will. I know that's a little random, and you got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. but I just kind of lightweight I had a thought form come in and I'm like, no, that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're on. I had to push it out. But it's like, I think you have radically changed in regards to that, your receptibility or susceptibility to those outside opinions, outside thoughts, energy that people might try to send you knowingly or unknowingly, right? Some people don't even understand how their own will works, and so they don't realize that they're using their will against you. It's like that kind of thing. You see it. You see how this is balanced. You see how this is maybe some form of karma, okay? And I feel like because your life is about to radically change, it's going to make it very clear for those that you were in this balancing act with what was real and what wasn't. But your next path, your next chapter is absolutely yours to create, though. This Queen of Wands, it's like you're a little bit more confident in your connection to Source. And that's what's going to lead you to create radical change and move on from this fear, maybe with the Devil energy and the Four of Pentacles, the fear of what's outside of your own comfort zone. Because I would say maybe you definitely are a creature of habit in some way, shape, or form, Virgo Libra. Routines mean a lot to you. It provides you the structure to be able to connect with the beauty of the everyday. But you got this Ace of Coins here. Tell me more about this Ace of Coins. Thank you. Ace of Swords, period. Seven of Wands at the bottom. Four of Swords. I know that's right. So you are coming out of this world energy with a new truth, a new awareness, and a new sense of stability. And maybe nowhere to really place that Ace of Pentacles just yet. Or maybe even a little bit more clear in the direction that you would like to go. But something about that movement or momentum isn't ready yet, okay? I want to tell you that. Because this Tower, the Hanged One with the Five of Cups, is still settling. The wheel, right? Things are still shifting. Things are still kind of up in the air. So give this cycle a little bit more time, Virgo Libra, to sort itself out. But trust and know that you do have an Ace of Coins and an Ace of Swords coming your way, okay? Thank you. And the Nine of Swords. Yeah, try your very best not to worry about how that wheel is going to land. Because I do feel you may be like ready to apply or plant that seed. Like that Ace of Coins is growing bigger. That Ace of Coins could be growing and expanding. And it's like, okay, I got to find the right soil for this thing before it sprouts. Yeah, it's a seed. It's like Spirit is loading. A new opportunity is loading here, okay? You just might be a little ahead of the energy at the moment. Six of Coins at the bottom with the Two of Cups, right? Know that where this Wheel of Fortune will land you and place you is going to be somewhere where that connection that you've now fostered or that has deepened between you and Source gets to thrive and grow a little bit more. And that'll in turn bring you in a deeper unison with yourself. So then what will reflect outward is energy, places, people, things, opportunities that are also in harmony and unison with you. So you are coming into a union here, Virgo Libra. It is union with yourself and union with Source, which is then going to align any other unions that might be a part of your path. So balance ultimately is happening here, okay? You can trust that because it is you. All right, let's see what archetypes might assist you and help you move through this energy. Thank you so much, Divine, for these beautiful messages for Virgo Libra. Try to be gentle. I just painted my nails. And I do not want to smudge my 3 coats of polish. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit. What archetypes will support Virgo Libra in this season, in this moment? Nothing? Nothing at all? Yeah, I think you guys are super aligned. For real, for real. Keep trusting yourself, okay? The outsider, yeah. It's okay to be the odd one out sometimes. It's okay, and you're learning to be okay with that. You're learning to be okay with taking the road less traveled. Yeah, that's going to make you an outsider sometimes, but it ultimately works in your favor every time, okay? Period. And then you've got the Liberator, okay? So Jupiter is here to free you. Free you from this Five of Cups. Free you from any sort of self-limiting behavior that you maybe have been going through or trying to work through. Know that your liberation also liberates others. So the more that you live in your freedom, the more room and space the people connected to you have to also find their freedom. And you got the Citizen. Yeah, that's what I feel. It's like you're going to find yourself in an area, in a place, in a space where there are more like-hearted, like-minded people, and or where the energy isn't so restrictive, so you can grow and flourish a little bit more. So I wouldn't be surprised here, Virgo Libra, if you're uprooted at some point. Like you find the call or you feel called to move somewhere, go somewhere, change locations, change departments, so, you know, do something differently. Replant yourself somewhere into a bigger pot, I just heard. So yeah, a lot of earth energy coming through for you. All right, the outsider and the Duchess of Edinburgh Rose says going against the flow could be a helpful way to gain additional insights. Often we can break up negative patterns and influences by ceasing to try and work it out, and by creating a new path with our own set plans. Energy surrounding new ideas, opportunities, and even windfalls are present. The outsider does risk loneliness when placed within groups that already have established codes, but they are the great disruptors and inventors that often create change for the better and help others become inspired to do the same. So ask yourself, what do you do differently to everyone else around you? And this sign energy is Aquarius, okay? So I definitely feel that world energy, Aquarius energy, something very fixed about that. It's like you are who you are, Virgo Libra, and rather than nip and tuck yourself, there's just a need to honor what fits, what doesn't, and don't be afraid to explore different communities, different places. You know what I mean? It's like, don't be afraid to expand beyond what you know, because there could be a better pot for you. Confirmation by my phone, okay? All right, 27 in the Liberator says, sometimes you need to act and even make decisions completely alone. And though this takes courage, it does ensure that what you are creating for the future is completely in line with your values. There is a new hope, breakthrough, or opportunity coming, but along the way, there is also the chance of a false hope. So be astute in your choosing. The Liberator has a strong, optimistic nature that ensures they can carry the torch of justice and freedom forth for others to be rallied by. They do not give up and will always find a way to make inroads to the outcomes that are true, just, and needed, okay? So ask yourself here, what does freedom mean to you? That's what I was picking up on, something about freedom, okay? You deserve to feel that freedom there, Virgo Libra, okay? And this is Libra energy. So again, you're very in your air element right now. 37 in the Citizen says, is what you are doing in keeping with in the direction and outcome you want to achieve? If not, what would you need to change for you to better align with the energies to achieve balance and success? It is all well and good being the rebel, but sometimes you do need to fit in. Work with proven methods and not try to reinvent the wheel to get to your goal. The Citizen is the everyday person who is focused on democracy and the betterment of the people. They are approachable, friendly, and easily connect with others. So ask yourself, what do your strongest and easiest human connections make you feel? Okay, and this is Aries energy, so a little bit of that fire coming in. All right, 39, 27, 37 could be significant numbers. 11, 9, and 10 could also be significant, okay? Let me know if any of this resonates with you in the comments, and I'll see you in our next one, Virgo Libra. All right, love you, namaste.